Welcome to April, and with a new month comes a new video. Hey guys, Ben here. Today I've got a special video for you guys. I've been preparing for this video this morning, and I've actually figured out a way to make this work. We're going to do something that I never could do because I had not been born yet. We're going to be installing Windows 95 from floppy diskettes. Just, you know, kind of like, I know my camera work sucks. I've gotten comments about that, but that is quite alright. Just like this. Yep. I downloaded Windows 95 RTM from WinWorld PC, the 3.5-inch floppy disk version, and it is 21 disks. Now, which computer are we going to be installing this on? This lovely Dell Latitude XPI. Let's go, bro! Now, you're probably wondering, how do I write these disks, you ask? Well, I use DiskWrite. Now, I don't use the GUI version. You might have seen Juraga1 use the GUI version. I prefer the command line version. So I have an external floppy drive connected into my daily driver here, and yes, I'm using a PC again. I built myself a custom laptop using a Clevo bare bones. But what you do is you go to your command line, you go to where your dw.exe executable is located, and then you just copy the disk image files into the location where you have DiskWrite located, and then you just type dw.exe space and the name of the disk image you want to write. And then what it does is it writes the disk image. And you can also do this through the GUI. You can see that on Juraga1's channel. Speaking of Juraga1, it is almost 420, so happy almost 420 to you guys. But yeah, that's basically the long and short of it. That's how this works. There really isn't much else to it. Sorry if my voice sounds a little hoarse. I'm getting over a cold. I was in Israel for a little while, and I heard about what happened there, so my thoughts and prayers go out to anyone who was affected by what happened in Tel Aviv these past few days. But I actually left the night it all started, so yeah, it's kind of eerie, to say the least. But yeah, anyways, so just wanted to start the video by saying thoughts and prayers there. But yeah, this is basically how I do it. And then once the floppy's done writing, I just take it out and I write 95 disk whatever. Yep, and now I've got 5 disks written so far. So there's 21 disks. So that means I've got 16 more disks to write. So I'll catch you guys on the flip side, because I'm only on disk number 6. But yeah, for those who are wondering, this was a convenient way I found to write floppy images using the command line on a modern PC. And the funny thing about DiskWrite is it was released in 2000, so 23 years ago. Now here's another interesting thing too. I actually used to use WinImage. In fact, if you go in the archives on my channel and go way back to like 2008, 2009, you might notice that I had videos of me using WinImage to create disk images. For the Wii, to run Windows on a Wii. But yeah, no, unfortunately, WinImage has really gone down the shitter. I'm not going to lie, it really has. I tried it, and it was so broken, I couldn't even use the program. Like, I would click on Write Floppy Disk with a floppy disk in the drive, and a, blank disk in the drive, and it would not do anything. I tried to read a disk, and it said, you cannot read this disk because the disk is unreadable, even though it was a known good floppy. So, I don't know. I mean, I guess WinImage is just crap now, I'm guessing. But DiskWrite saved my ass. So, kudos to, I think it's Colin is the guy who, Colin something is the guy who wrote DiskWrite. Kudos to you, man. And thanks for the command line version. That's much appreciated, because the command line version really helps. The command line version is a godsend, because for people who prefer the command line like me, having the command line version at your disposal is definitely a blessing. And we may have run into a problem, because the drive is not doing anything, or the disk is not doing anything. The drive appears to be hung. Houston, we may have a problem here. We may have a bad disk, and that's not a good thing. Oh, just as I say that. I was going to say, that's not a good thing, because guess what? Guess how many floppies I have at my disposal? Exactly 21, which means one bad apple spoils the whole bunch. To sort of like the antonym of the Osmond song from 1970. Yeah, if I have one bad floppy disk, I'm screwed, and I have to postpone this video until I can get more floppy disks. So this might be the bad apple, I'm afraid. Shit. Like I said, it's not a Ben Kleinberg video without something screwing up. I mean, I could try to format it, but yeah, once a disk is kaput, it's kaput. So yeah, I mean, I do have the boot disk that I could use, but well, no, I can't because the boot disk has to be the boot disk. And if I have nothing to boot from, then I'm sort of up the creek. So technically it's 22 floppies, 21 install disks, 22... Sheesh. Well, I suppose I could do like, okay, well, here's the backup plan. If this disk indeed is no good, then I'm going to have to improvise. I'm going to have to just try to figure out which components don't need certain disks and see if I can eliminate one or two of the disks, because this disk appears to be bad, and it's only the 7th disk. Great start to the video, right? Yeah, it's hung. It's not doing anything. Yep. Yep, this disk is bad. This disk is bad. Frick. Alright, well that's a problem. That's a real problem. It is not a correct floppy disk image. It must be correct. Fudge sickles. Let's see. Oh, and this one is not unlocked. Yeah, because of the failure, so... Great, we have a bad disk, guys. That's a real problem. Because now I don't have enough disks. And now it's not even able to read... Oh, you know what? Now it's not even able to... Oh, great. Now it's claiming the disk image file is corrupted. Oh, great. That's not good. Well, that's... Okay. Now we got a problem. Because... Okay, well, you know what? It's a good thing I have this on camera. Let's try to figure this out on camera. I may just have to re-download... I'm surprised, because usually WinWorld... I'm surprised, because usually WinWorld doesn't give me problems, but... Now I can't do anything with the disk. Now I'm just sitting at a blinking cursor, not able to do anything, so... Yeah, well, Houston, we've got a problem. Alright, well... Let's try this. Oh, for frick's sakes, there's not even a disk in the drive. Okay, I'm spending all this time troubleshooting and there's not even a disk in the drive. Yeah, that would be your problem there, Benjamin. Okay, let's try this again. I'm spending all this time troubleshooting and there's not even a damn disk in the drive. Alright, let's try this again. It should auto-format, so I'm going to try this again. Yeah, I think there might be something wrong with this image. So I'm going to have to download another disk 7. Great. Great. Probably means the download is incomplete. Well, fudge. Yeah, it's not doing anything. Oh, well, it picked back up there, but it's probably going to fail at the exact same spot. That's what it looks like, yeah. Yeah, it's looking like it's going to fail at the exact same spot, saying it's not the disk image is corrupted. Great. Wonderful. Well, I suppose what I could do to improvise here. Alright, well, we're going to have to improvise. We're going to have to improvise because this contains a bad... It's not the floppy that's bad, it's the actual image file that's corrupted. And I can't close out of this while it's doing that. So, okay. So here's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to let this fail. And... Oh, actually there's two... Okay, so here's what we're going to need to do. We need the OEM... I don't know. See, here's the problem. I don't know if you can mix OEM and retail discs. See, that's the problem. I'm not sure you can do that. Because remember, I didn't grow up with Windows 95. I just don't know. But here's what I'm going to do. We're going to try to improvise here. If we go, because I need another disc. I need a disc 7 that actually works. Thank you very much. How many discs is the OEM version? Oh, shoot. Oh, well, what the hell am I doing? The OEM... Are you kidding me? The OEM version... Look at this. Look at this. The OEM version is only 13 discs. So I wasn't shit out of luck after all. Are you... Frizzle my nizzle. Frick me. Alright. 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 Calm down, Ben. It's not a big deal. You simply just gotta frickin' pound the tar out of this computer. Alright. But hey, at least you guys can see me use disk right now. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. Get rid of all this crap. Paste the new files in. Alright, so what are the names of the disks? Disco 1, blah, 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 blah. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's what we gotta do. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do, kids. Here's what we're going to do. The OEM version contains 13 discs, okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to rewrite all the discs from scratch. So, we're going to go back to the command line. We're going to change directory to... It's called copy and paste. Alright, let's try this again. Now we've only got 13 discs to write. So I'm not totally screwed on this one. I don't care if this is the OEM version. I just want to install frickin' Windows 95 here. Grr. Alright. Alright. So it's not the end of the... Well, actually it could be the end of the world. Alright, so you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep the video going until we find a disk that's bad. Or a disk image that just doesn't work. And if that happens, I'll start the video. But if we don't get to a disk image that's bad or corrupted or whatever, then what we'll do is we'll just continue the video from there. I do have to go at 9 a.m. I've got a busy day today. Yes, I realize it's Saturday, but I've got a busy day nonetheless. So, yeah. Uh-oh. The progress bar didn't... Well, it didn't throw an error, but the progress bar didn't reach the end, so that's a little bit worrisome. That's a little bit worrisome. Okay. Alright, well, that's a little bit... It didn't throw an error, but the progress bar didn't reach the end. But if it didn't error out, you know what? I'm willing to take the risk. Alright. Oh, man. Alright. Are you fucking kidding me? This one's corrupted too? Or is it O2? Is it O2? Oh, it's disk O2. I think I screwed up the syntax. Hold on. Hold on. I think I screwed up the syntax. Hold on. Dude, what is it with WinWorld? I mean, like... Or I forget to put the IMG. Is corrupted. You... I'm gonna punch somebody. Like, how? Like, seriously? Alright, well, this disk 2 we know is good. So screw it. You know what? I'll just use the non-OEM... Well, no, I can't. So we've got bad disk images. That is wonderful. We've got disk images that don't work. Alright. Third time, hopefully, will be the charm. And here's why I say that. I downloaded, here's what I've tried so far, just so that this is not, like, me just intentionally screwing this up, okay? Or whatever. Where's WinWorld? Okay, there we go. Alright, that's not it. Here, okay. So, before I was using Windows 95, full floppy images, retail. Now I'm using Windows 95. Then I tried Windows 95 OEM, and it had a corrupt image. And now I'm trying Windows 95 retail, and I swear I'm not using Internet Explorer or Microsoft Edge to download these. I swear I'm not doing that. I'm using Google Chrome, okay? Why is this giving me so much grief? Like, I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. It's like, what the hell, man? I don't get it. I don't get it. Mother of the Irish. Incorrect image. How is this, like, why? Is it even called Disk O2? Disk O2. Oh, because I keep forgetting to put the frickin'... No, I am putting the IMG. So why isn't it correct? How can it not be correct? How is it corrupted? Okay, what about this? Disk03.img. Can I write 3? Incorrect. Motherfuck. Is it case sensitive? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't get it. Unless they're not IMG images. Disk image file.img. It says right there it's a disk image file. It says right there disk image file. So how... This doesn't make any sense. This makes no sense whatsoever. How is it corrupted? This does not make any sense whatsoever. Alright, well, let's try this again. Let's try 04.img. And let's do it with... Oh, no, incorrect. It must be correct. What the fuck? It's time for an update from Future Ben. So basically, after messing around a little bit off camera, I found out that the disk images I downloaded from WinWorld PC were simply, most of them were simply too large to fit on a 3.5-inch floppy. So, or standard, 1.44 megabyte floppy disk. So at this point, I basically decided to abort the mission. I got frustrated. I aborted the mission, and I decided to just try using a Windows 95 CD-ROM with a backpack CD writer. I was having a hell of a time getting drivers to work. Unfortunately, I was too frustrated to capture it on camera. Probably best that I didn't, because I was dropping some pretty bad F-bombs there. But anyways, yeah, I just figured I'd interject this 1-minute voiceover just because, yeah, I'm going to pick up literally right after I found the driver and got it to work and just realized I'm an incompetent moron. Anyways, back to the video. So after a bit of goofing around off camera, I finally got a driver that works with my backpack external CD-ROM drive. Woo! I literally futzed around off camera for... You don't even want to know. You just don't want to know. Anyways. We've got a primary DOS partition on this disk already. So all we have to do is format C:/ space forward whack Q. Please just frickin' work! Oh my god. Yes. Volume label. Win95. Great. Okay, let's go back over to the D drive. I finally got it to load the damn driver. Okay, setup, whack, IS. Please work! Oh shit, you know what? Sorry, I forgot to do something. You know what? We gotta abort setup here. No. Okay, well, let's exit setup. Okay, it worked, but we gotta exit setup because we forgot to do something. Because guess what, kids? I've been so distraught, I've literally forgot to do this. Okay, so there should not be anything on the C drive now because we quick formatted. Great. Okay. This has an 810 megabyte hard drive, by the way, 90 megahertz Pentium, 810 meg hard drive and 40 megs of RAM, just the specs. Okay. I'm literally so pissed that I spent 2 hours trying to get this frickin' CD-ROM drive to work this morning off camera. Anyways, whatever. Let's get this working. Anyways, okay, so we got a blank CD drive. So, MD, Windows, CD, Windows, MD, Options, CD, Options, MD, Cabs, CD, Cabs, copy, D:/Win95, star, go! Yes, okay. Didn't find anything. What the fuck? Seriously? You gotta be kidding me. Okay, what's the... Well, worst case I can install from the CD, but... Win95. Is there seriously nothing in the Win95 directory? No, that can't be. Oh, no, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. You know why? You know why? Because guess who forgot to do this? Copy D:/Win95 /star. Yeah, it would help if I put the backslash there, kids, now wouldn't it? There we go. I was going to say, there's no way that directory is blank. There is absolutely no way that directory is blank. There we go. Okay. I was going to say, I finally got the frickin' CD-ROM driver loaded. Whew! Okay, but seriously, back to reality. Let me explain why I have to do this process. And I'm sorry that I cut some of it out, but this is basically, you don't even want to know what kind of hell I went through after trying to write a bunch of floppies, having that not work, and then trying to load drivers from my backpack CD-ROM drive, which, by the way, if you're curious, that's what it looks like. But my God, I spent all freaking morning trying to get this figured out, just trying to get the damn drivers to load. And when I finally did get it to load, you have no idea. You have no freaking idea how relieved I am to have finally gotten this to freaking work. Ugh. Anyways, like, I was modifying my Windows 95 boot disk, I was trying to slipstream the drivers, I was trying to do everything known to mankind to get this damn thing to work. And I couldn't. And then I finally do get it to work. So, anyways. So let me explain why we have to copy the setup files to the hard drive. Number one, it makes things a hell of a lot easier when installing Windows. Number two, Windows 95 setup from the CD-ROM does not load the CD-ROM drivers. Therefore, when you're doing a clean install, in fact, Windows 95 at retail was only sold on floppies for people who did not have an existing Windows installation on their computer. So what would happen is you could only, if you bought, so like all the Windows 95 discs you would buy at like Circuit City or Best Buy or CompUSA, those were upgrade copies intended to upgrade for you to upgrade from, say, Windows 3.1 or any version of Windows 3X, so to speak. But Windows 95 doesn't load the CD-ROM driver. So therefore, if you ever try to install Windows 95 from a CD-ROM doing the method I was about to do, the problem you'll run into is Windows will not load the CD-ROM drivers, and you'll get stuck with a bunch of errors about needing to have a disk, and it won't be able to recognize your CD-ROM drive, and therefore in that case you end up with a totally broken Windows 95 installation. So this is why you have to do this. Anyways, 56 files copied, set up .exe whack is. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. All right. So basically, if you don't know what the IS switch does, for those who don't know, it allows you to it skips scan disk is what it does. Because normally, you know, when you're installing Windows 95, 98, Millennium, it'll do scan disk before it starts the setup. So unfortunately, you're not going to be able to see us install Windows 95 from floppy disks in this video, so change of plans there. But hey, at least I can use my frickin' Windows 95 installation CD. Alright. Just find the product key for this here. Okay, sorry, just had to find myself a product key there. For those who don't know, just so you... I never showed my Windows 95 disk, which I will show it after the setup is finished, but... okay. Alright, we are not going to be installing the C Windows 000. That's another thing you gotta make sure you do when you install Windows from the hard drive to the hard drive, is you need to make sure you get rid of the 000 and just do C Windows. Otherwise, volcanoes will erupt, the world will end, and the world will meet a fate worse than 2012. Anyways. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and just install Windows casually here. And I'm just going to try a bunch of product keys until I find one that works. Okay. Do a custom install. Okay, I don't know if this is OSR2, but we're going to find out. B and C, so 24796. We're just going to try this one first. Groovy, that worked. Hey, look at that. The first product key I tried actually frickin' worked. What do you know? So this is definitely Windows 95B. And type my name in here. And actually I do want to have setup analyze my computer. Although, well, let's see what it found. So I don't have network, but I do have sound. I don't actually think this laptop has a built-in audio card, if I'm not mistaken. So network I'm not going to do because I have a PCMCIA Ethernet card that I'm going to be installing later on, but I don't currently have it plugged in. So I am not going to be searching for that right now. You guys have probably seen the Windows 95 setup, so the outer background. So I'm going to go ahead and just do this. Zoom in a little bit. Yeah, you can tell I was on a plane for 11 hours the night before recording this video. So don't give me any crap. No, I'm kidding. Give me all the crap you want. I'm always open to constructive criticism. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and pause here. If this gets stuck, then I'll reboot and I'll just pick up where we left off. But I'm going to go ahead and pause the video here. You know, I gotta say, that actually didn't take as long as I was expecting. It's at 99%. Now watch it get stuck here. I swear if it does, it probably will. Hard drive's still going though, so as long as we have disk activity, that's all that matters. So, okay, probably didn't find anything. Nope, it did not. Okay. Alright, not a problem. Not a problem. We'll just go ahead and install the shit. Alright, so we don't need Windows messaging. We want all multimedia, even though we don't have the sounds. Disk tools, no communications, all accessories. Do we really need accessibility options? We can always add this stuff later. So, alright. So, we'll go ahead and do a network configuration. Following network components will be installed. Let's do, oh yeah, this is where we can do TCP over IP. So let's do that. Let's do micro hard TCP over IP. Click on the network adapter that matches detected net drivers. Existing NDIS, we'll just do that one. I don't really care. I honestly don't even care. We're just going to do that. I'll change it later. Computer name, we'll call this Ben Win 95. Work group. Computer description. It will not be Benjamin N. Climber. It will be Windows 95 Nostalgia. Nostalgia. Yes, I spelled that right. Okay. Okay, so we got a Cirrus Logic display, got our keyboard, standard PC, we can change the language if we want. Monitor is unknown. Okay, well we can change that. This is a laptop display panel 640 by 480, so we will set it to that. PS2 mouse, APM, user interface, Windows 95. Yeah, there is no sound card on this laptop. There's no integrated audio, which is okay. I do not wish to create a startup disk. Next. And next. All right. Oh, and down there, please let me, get me. The drum. Dude, the drum. Nuff said. Nuff said right there. That drum animation. Holy crap. Let me tell you a story. It's story time with Ben. You cannot have a Ben Kleinberg video without story time with Ben. So, I know that Billy Core from the Nostalgia Mall would always say he would used to, tap his fingers on the desk kind of like that when he saw that drum animation back in school. But I'll tell you, when I was in elementary school, we had Windows 98 machines. And they were set to log on to a Windows NT domain. And because of, the logon scripts that our IT administrator had set on there, it would show that drum animation every single time. And I'm sorry, Billy. I have to say. Well, actually, no. I'm not sorry. I'm just going to tell you, you're not the only one who went brr, brr, brr with your fingers like that, because I did the exact same thing. Yep. And I'm like almost 10 years younger than Billy Core. I was born in '97. He was born in '89. So that's 10, 9, 8 years. So it's an 8-year difference. So yeah. Welcome to Windows 95. All right. I wish I had grown up back in the 90s, because you know why? All my cousins who were born in like the 80s and some even in the 70s tell me like what it was like when Windows 95 first launched and how it was the greatest operating system since sliced bread and whatnot. But here's the thing. I'm just going to be totally honest. Windows 95 was truly revolutionary. And I didn't get to experience it. Grr! Yes, it's true, folks. I was not alive in '95. It was 2 years before I was born. So, hopefully I can get a girlfriend who can tell me all about the launch of Windows 95. The only problem is, I would rather them be closer to my age. But whatever, age is just a number, kids. Remember that. Anyways. Oh, God. I wish I could say the memories of this, but I remember the drum, obviously, but, oh, you know what I just realized? Remember how I said I had a busy day at the beginning of the video? I have to meet someone at 11 o'clock in Lakewood. So, I'm going to have to cut this video a wee bit short. Well, at least for now. I'm going to have to do a jump cut here. I'm going to have to let this run. I'm going to have to let the setup run and install the files. Or copy the files, rather. And when I come back, we'll see if this is done. I kind of feel like the Flying Scotsman here. Anyways, and just as I said that, the setup finished. Yay! Finally! Woo! Alright, remove disks from their drives. Boop! Taking out the boot disk. And we're going to go ahead and reboot the computer. Bring on that lovely Windows 95 boot screen after we get through the post, of course. Bring on that lovely Windows 95 boot screen. And we should see the screen that says preparing to run Windows 95 for the first time, or something like that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, and the guy just got there. Oh, crap. Really? So I gotta go right now. Well, shit. I was not expecting the buyer of one of my computers to get there that early. Damn, alright, well, hey buddy, Windows 95 is, no, I'm kidding. I was going to say Windows 95 is more important than you, but no, I'm kidding. Alright, so, now how many of you guys want to bet I'm going to get a Windows protection error after this, right? How much do you want to bet? Come on, place your bets. Windows protection error. Ah, there's our cursor. Okie doke. Well, of course, he gets there early right when I need to frickin' work on this. Okay, enter a password if you want to. I will not be doing a password because I don't really need one. Plus, it's called the escape key on Windows 95, so you can simply just hit escape to bypass that. So guess who's going to leave the password blank? Yeah. My cat's making weird noises in the window. That's why if you hear weird noises in the background, it's my cat looking at a bird. Lila the kitty. So now we should be able to go through the stuff like the, excuse me, the PC card setup, all the initial setup stuffs. And then once we get to the desktop, I'm going to have to cut out and continue the video a little bit later because, yeah, I am basically out of time at this point. Like I said, busy day. I'll be honest, I literally wasted off camera, I will tell you, off camera, I spent about 2 hours trying to get the damn backpack CD-ROM drive to frickin' work. I'm not even kidding. 2 frickin' hours just trying to get the damn thing to work. And when I finally got that thing to work, holy crap, I was frickin' relieved, bro. You have no idea how relieved I was when I finally got that thing working. Oh yeah, I forgot it seeks the floppy drive there. Oh, hey, look at that! Doesn't that animation look familiar? That Windows Help, that writing in the book animation? Pacific time. We are not in the Pacific time zone. We are in the Eastern time zone, and I do not wish to set up a printer. So we're going to go ahead and cancel that. And there we go. And there we go! We're at the desktop! Yay! Isn't that cool, kids? Alright. The Windows 95 desktop. Oh, this is Windows 95B. Okay. Well, I had no idea. I thought this was actually Windows 95C, so this is actually Windows 95B. Pentium processor, 40 megabytes of RAM. Hell yeah. Okay. There's the desktop. Look at that. Alright, well we're going to go to the control panel because, number one, this has a passive matrix display. So before I go, let me show you why the following feature was invented. Because, see, notice how if I move the cursor, the mouse disappears, right? But if I enable pointer trails, haha, I can see my cursor! Woo! I'm a little too ecstatic, aren't I? Let's see if it actually detected the CD-ROM drive. It did not. Okay. That is quite alright because I can load the drivers later. But at least I was freaking able to get the damn operating system installed. Yeah, and I can tell Windows 95 is running a hell of a lot better on here than Windows 98 was. Yeah, 95 was clearly the better choice for this laptop. Let's do Flying Through Space. Or no. We want something better than that, bro. We want something better than that. We want... Is this the flying Windows screensaver? Oh no, that's the Starfield simulation. Oh, I'm an idiot. Right there. Our favorite screensaver, Well, I know you all wanted the 3D maze, but too bad! Flying windows, and look how horrible that looks on a passive matrix display. Alright! We're at 256 colors. We can actually go to high color if we wanted to. Let's not restart. Nope. No, I don't want to restart. I just want to frickin' go high color. There we go. Alright. There you have it. Windows 95. Aw, yeah. Alright, I gotta go. When I come back, we'll continue the video. So for now, shutting down.